Hi everyone! Thanks for joining this session on accessing code in the cloud with GitHub, where we'll go over how to clone a repo to your local machine with Visual Studio. I'm starting off on the Learning Series main repo page, where I can see this green code drop-down button. I'm going to copy this HTTPS URL, and then I'll go to Visual Studio and click Clone a Repository. Here, I'm going to paste the link, and I can decide where in my file system I want the repository to live. By default, Visual Studio groups all of your cloned repositories together in the source/repo folder of your user drive. I click Clone, and my repository begins cloning. I know it was successful because I can see the name of my repository in the status bar and also in the Git Changes window label. You may notice that there's a notification banner prompting me to enter a username and email. This is a Git configuration that adds your name and email to each of the commits or snapshots of code that you push. It can be different from your GitHub or Visual Studio account. Also, depending on your use case, you may need to adjust your username and email per repository, if, for example, you'd like to push your code changes with your work email or your personal email. We'll keep the checkbox for set in global.gitconfig checked for now, since for this series we don't want to change this information every time. But you can always go into the Tools Options Git settings to adjust this later. Thanks for watching, everyone.